Hello friends, welcome to another episode of Sam's Everyday Cooking, and today we are making Mohan Thal. This is a speciality of the Gujaratis, right? And Mridula over here is going to show us how to make it. She's been very kind to share her recipe, and we should begin now, and let's see how we make Mohan Thal. Mridula, thank you so much for sharing this amazing recipe. I've had it and it really is delicious. Mridula, tell me a little bit about yourself. Do you like to cook?
Yeah, I love cooking.
Yes.
Trying new dishes,
Yes.
even with the new, along with our traditional.
Traditional. So
Yes.
today we are going to do something very traditional.
Traditional.
And this is when do people make this dish?
Especially Diwali time.
Diwali.
Any big functions, Diwali. In olden days, like my grandma and my mom, and they were used to make this dish for the wedding
Okay.
days also.
So it's called Mohan Thal. Mohan Thal. Okay.
Traditionally Gujarati dish.
Gujarati dish. Okay. So let's get going. What do we need now?
We need 2 cup besan.
So this is not roasted, right?
No.
This is just normal. Okay.
Then we need
Ghee.
1/3 cup. 3/4 cup ghee.
3/4 cups of ghee. Okay.
Then for syrup we need 1 cup sugar.
1 cup sugar, granulated normal sugar.
Yes. And normal water.
How much water?
1 cup.
1 cup water.
And this is 1/2 cup milk.
1/2 cup full cream milk.
Yeah, normal. Any you can use.
Okay.
Full or low fat, anything.
But I think full cream is better for mithais,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 1/2 cup.
Okay.
And this is pista, badam.
So almonds that are a slice and pistachio that is sliced. Then there's a little bit of saffron which she has pounded it into a powder. And this is
Elaichi, half teaspoon.
Cardamom, how many? Half
teaspoon.
We need half teaspoon of this. And then what is that over there, Mridula?
This is 3 tablespoon milk and 3 tablespoon ghee.
Okay, alright.
This we need to bind the atta, like crumble,
Okay.
like crumbs.
Okay, so now she's going to show you how she's going to start doing the recipe. Doing here, Mridula?
In basin, we are adding this 3 tablespoon milk and ghee mixture to the basin.
Okay.
To get a crumb, like
a crumble.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And then we have to leave for 10 minutes.
Okay, all right.
This mixture. So now I'm adding this.
Okay.
A little by little.
Okay. Okay, you've added all of it now and you mix it well, right?
Yes.
Okay. Like a crumble. He's mixed it very well, and as you can see, it's a very crumbly textured atta now. Okay, and we're going to leave this for 10 minutes. It's been for the last 10 minutes, so we have just left it. And now, Mridula, what are you going to do, Mridula, now?
I'm passing this.
You're going to sieve it?
Sieve it.
Okay, alright. So she's going to sieve this. And why do you do this, Mridula? What is the reason for you to sieve this?
Because see, we added ghee and milk, so it will get crumble, and we need that.
Okay, all right.
So,
So she needs uniform crumbles now, because now it's not uniform crumble. Now you see, as you can see, it's becoming a uniform crumble. You see? Oh, it's lovely. Okay. As you can see, the sieve is not very fine. It just needs those uniform crumbles, but it doesn't have to be a very fine sieve. And Mridula will show you how the crumbs are. Yes. Okay. All right. Mridula is now going to heat up the ghee, and the hob is what, on high heat or medium? Medium heat, huh? Okay. And what are you going to do after this, Mridula?
This ghee we are roasting this basin.
Okay, she's going to roast the basin, and roast the basin until when?
Like
golden brown. Okay, all right. So we are going to add now the besan. We are going to start roasting it. Okay, on medium heat, right?
Yes.
Oh. And this step you have to get it right, because if you hurry it, then it will burn. So it has to be on medium heat only. Okay, so as you can see, it's been roasting for the last 7-8 minutes, and we have another 7 minutes to go, right, Mridula?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And you have to continuously stir, otherwise it'll stick and burn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll stick and burn. So you have to continuously stir. It's great muscle work for you. It becomes so light now, and it's got a nice golden color and lovely aroma also of the roasting. Oh, Mridula, it's almost done.
Yeah, just 2 minutes.
2 minutes more. All right. Okay. Almost done, right?
Yeah, but this is while roasting. The main thing is roasting is important.
Okay.
So you will get the flavored besan, typical besan flavored while roasting when it is properly
roasted. Okay, and it shouldn't burn at all. That's why your hands have to be constantly moving, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now you can see there's a little bit. So I'll switch off the gas.
All right. And she'll continue stirring it because the pan is hot. So she needs to continuously stir, otherwise it can still burn. So even although it's off the heat, Mridula is going to keep stirring it for a little while. Still stirring it because the pan is relatively hot and you need to stir, otherwise it'll stick in the pan as well. And at this stage she's going to add about half a teaspoon of cardamom powder, right? Okay, and she'll stir it. Now we are going to be making the sugar syrup. So we have, how much was that? One cup. 1 cup of sugar, granulated sugar or any kind of sugar, right?
Yeah.
And then
1 cup water.
1 cup water. And what kind of syrup is this? It's a one thread syrup or just a regular?
Thick, not to one thread, but it will be a greasy type.
Okay,
like
sticky syrup. Okay, and all right.
Add kesar also. So
saffron, about half a teaspoon or 1 teaspoon. Half teaspoon of saffron. 1 teaspoon, sorry, of saffron. So it will become like a saffron sugar syrup, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is still warm, and Mridula is going to add how much was this? Half cup of milk into this now, and stir it well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's thickening up also. All right. So our sugar syrup has been boiling for about 12 minutes on medium heat, slightly medium-high heat. And as you can see, it's bubbling away. And Mridula is going to show you how it should be. How should the consistency be?
Like almost say just a half thread, not even 1 thread. Just a half. See like this. It's breaking.
Okay. So 1 second.
So like this.
Okay.
Like not even thread. Just it is touching, but it's
touching.
breaks.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Now this one we are adding to the roasted.
This we are mixing it together now. The sugar syrup, the besan, and the milk that she had earlier added in, and she is going to mix it well now. Right? It has to be well blended together. And do you cook it again, Mridula? No need to cook. Just mixing it. Okay. And make sure there are no lumps in there. It's very well mixed together, right? Okay. Remove all the crumbs from the side. Clean it up well, and then you mix it well. Absolutely no lumps at all. The rest of the cardamom, or another about spoon of cardamom. Okay, and
half you can see.
Okay, maybe a teaspoon of 1 teaspoon of cardamom, and then you mix it well again. And it's a very rich aroma of besan which has been roasted. It's really delicious aromas now. Okay, so it has to be continuously stirred, because the more you stir, the thicker it becomes, because there is residual heat over there, right? So because of the heat, it's still becoming thicker, right? Okay. Mridula is very professional at making this, and she makes it really, really well. This for the last about 5 minutes or so, and it's got a nice sheen on it now. and she's going to show you how the texture should be. Okay, all right. So it's like a very thick batter, right? And now she's going to pour it into the Pyrex dish. Okay, so she's going to pour this whole batter, or this thick batter, now into the Pyrex dish, and it has to set. It has to set overnight, right? Better overnight?
Better overnight.
Okay, all right. So the best thing is you make it the day before. Whenever you want to have it, you make it the day before, so it properly sets. It can be set outside and room temperature as well.
Yes, room temperature. No need to keep in refrigerator.
Okay.
Refrigerator.
Okay, no need to keep in the fridge or in the freezer. You keep it at room temperature. And but of course, if you want to have it the same day, then you can put it in the fridge, right? Okay, all right. So it's really well set. And she's going to decorate this now with sprinkling some sliced almonds and pistachios, right? And this will set and become into little, then you can cut them and serve it as little squares,
like any shape.
Any shape you want.
Shape,
all
square,
right.
rectangle, any.
Okay. Oh, how pretty it looks. Our Mohan Thal is ready, and it's it's very beautifully decorated with almonds and pistachio, and this has to set now for about 8 to 10 hours. And if you're in a hurry, put it in a fridge. Once it's done, you can also cut it into pieces and put it in the freezer for later use, because it takes time to make, and if you're having a party, you can make it a couple of days in advance, and you're done with your mithai. Thank you so much for sharing this wonderful recipe with us, and we all know.
Pleasure sharing a traditional dish with you.
Yes.
The secret recipe. You can say secret, but it's not secret anymore.
It's not.
Moms and in-laws and everywhere, everyone is making this Mohan Thal. So
yes.
It's not a secret.
But it's your special recipe.
Yeah, my special, and pleasure having you to teach you this. How I'm making the sweets.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being on my channel, and thank you for being here. Thanks a lot. Friends, I hope you do enjoy making Mohan Thal, and please try it. I know it takes a little time, but it's delicious. So until next time, be well, be safe on Sam's Everyday Cooking. I'll see you again with a new recipe next time. Bye friends.